Honestly, going into this movie, I didn't know that much about Deadpool. From what I heard and understood, he was pretty much like the funny version of Wolverine. He was very violent like Wolverine, but he had a lot of satire and sassiness to him that Wolverine doesn't have. And I thought that's what he had. He even has the Wolverine healing powers too. So I didn't really know how that would transfer into this universe. But hey man, it worked. Hey guys, thank you for joining the quest again today. I'm your host Marques Underwood, and today I'll be reviewing Deadpool, which is directed by Tim Miller, who is a first-time director, and it stars Ryan Reynolds. And I must say, Ryan Reynolds was a great casting choice to play Deadpool. I mean, he is Deadpool. He is going to be the next guy who is going to be synonymous with a character, much like Wolverine with Hugh Jackman, much like Iron Man with Robert Downey Jr. He is going to be that next guy, I swear. So the plot's pretty simple. It's about this guy, Wade Wilson, who's a smartass before he's officially becomes Deadpool. And basically, he finds out he has cancer. And so he does his lab experiment thinking that he's going to cure his cancer. And while some stuff goes wrong, and he's basically out for revenge for the most part. And man, this movie does a phenomenal job of telling an origin story. I mean, it starts off in the present, and then it goes back and forth between the past and the present. And I think that's just a fresh take on the whole origin story, just because origin stories nowadays, you know, you start off with how their life was before the issue, then you go into the whole how they get the powers, and you have to go into how they develop the powers. In this movie, it does the opposite. It actually starts in the present tense, then it goes back to tell you how he got to the present tense, and it works really well in my opinion. And my god, the opening title sequence, they did a phenomenal job with that. As soon as it comes on, you kind of realize exactly what this movie is going to be. They have stuff like a CGI character is going to be in it, a guy who talks too much, a moody teen, you know, stuff like that. It's basically like making fun of the tropes that you see in movies and stuff like that. Instead of naming out the titles and who the actors that's going to play the characters, they just make fun of all that stuff. And I really thought it worked well, and it sets you up really well to understand how the movie Deadpool is going to turn out to be. And honestly, I would say about 85% of the jokes hit for me. There are about a good 15% or so that just didn't work, but for the most part, the jokes, they were square on the smack face. I'm telling you, man, there's jokes for everybody. Jokes on things that you'll probably know if you've been a fan of the superhero genre, and also stuff in pop culture in general. So I really think if you are really into like pop culture or things with celebrities and stuff like that, I think you'll really enjoy this movie, honestly. I think this movie was a great mixture of the funniness, seriousness, and some romance too. I would say like the first 15-20 minutes outside the president's story is about, a good mixture of funny and romance. And then a little bit right before he gets his powers, it becomes a little bit serious. And then you get back into the funny and the romance part. So I really thought they blended all the little different genres into this movie really well. The love story was believable too. I really believe the chemistry between Ryan Reynolds and the actress. I can't remember her name right now, but I thought the chemistry was really good. And for a rated R movie, that's basically, superhero movie too at that, usually the love story is kind of shitty, but in this movie, it works pretty good in my opinion. I really thought, Colossus and the other X-Men chick, I thought they fit pretty well in this movie. Not too much of them, not too little. It was just the perfect blend in my eyes, to be completely honest. And man, Colossus looks really good, especially for a CGI character. I don't know how they did it, but man, he blended in perfectly. And I can't forget the violence. I mean, come on, it's violence. It's Deadpool. Of course he's gonna do some bad stuff with the violence. And man, the violence was really good. I would say the violence is probably like Dread. If you ever seen the movie Dread, it's on that level of violence. Not as much of it, but it still kind of borderlines that with the whole slow motion aspect, and you get to see things from different perspectives and stuff like that. So that's pretty cool. I would probably say overall, I really enjoyed the movie. I'm giving the movie an A-, a 4.3 out of 5. I think if you're a fan of superhero movies, you should definitely check this out. And don't be scared because it's R-rated. I mean, don't bring no kids or nothing like that, because it's definitely not for that. But still, the movie is definitely worth a watch. From what I understand, it's breaking records and stuff like that at the moment. So definitely check it out, contribute. I hope this movie can kind of get Ryan Reynolds to some stardom, because I think he's a really good actor. I really enjoyed his movie last year, Selfless, and I think he was pretty good in Women and Gold too. So please, go check this movie out, man. It's funny. There are some serious moments. It does some original things with the whole origin story. So just check it out, please. So, have you seen Deadpool? If you have, comment below and I want to know, what's your favorite fourth wall breaker Deadpool? Again, I'm your host Marques Underwood. If you're new to this channel, you want to subscribe, hit that like button on this video, and do me a favor and join the quest.